I will speak to them. This woman is a traitor and a murderer!
Kill her! She's
A
innocent!
disgrace to her family name!
Spare her!
Mira Forrester, in the sight of gods and men, and in the name of the king,
End it!
I sentence you to die.
Shame!
Raven!
Kill her!
If you have final words,
Shame!
speak them now.
She's innocent!
Traitor!
Iron from ice! A brave
She's innocent! Oh, noble
Kill
death!
her!
Kneel.
I'm sorry, Mira. That just leaves two of them. The house is gone. The keep's gone. I'm sorry. Please tell me Besh got out of this.
House Forrester. They were nothing but Stark loyalists. And the Starks are dead. Are you listening, Reek? Father wanted to make sure they'd bend the knee. And what do I find? A child lord. Ethan the Wise. With his bulldog sentinel at his side. As if I'd be afraid. And I thought, oh, this is going to be fun.
Mira was so devoted when we first came to King's Landing. That day Cersei dragged her before the throne, Grandmother, I was actually worried for her. But she didn't have any trouble swearing loyalty to Joffrey right in front of me. And then, after that whole business with Tyrion, I thought she knew how to stay loyal when it mattered. But then there was that day when she pushed me to ask Joffrey for help, when he ripped my dress. It was bold, I'll give her that. But I can't forgive that she used me. And now, with all that's happened to her, who knows what else Mira was doing without my knowledge? Grandmother, it makes me question if she was ever loyal to me at all.
I saw something of myself in Garrett Tuttle. I thought I could trust in him, Sam, but I was wrong. He gave me his word that he'd stay true to the vows he'd made in the Godswood. Yet before a day was out, a brother was dead atop the wall. I needed his sword at Craster's. I defended him to Frostfinger. And it cost me. Whatever happened up there, a man of the Watch doesn't run away.
Who should return then? But another Lord Forrester. Roderick. Back from the twins with balls so shrunken he let Griff Whitetail beat him into the mud in his own yard. Reek, I had to come and see this walking tragedy for myself. But he didn't even have the courage to stab me with my own blade. Needless to say, I wasn't too impressed. And I was hardly surprised to hear he didn't last long. The savior who couldn't save anyone.
There was something about Asher Forrester. You would have liked him, Miss Sandai. He was rather earnest, I suppose. But he had heart, fighting with a former slave by his side. Asher needed my help. I needed to know if he deserved it, so I tested him. And he impressed me. He followed my every command, despite what it cost him with his companion. For that, he earned my help and my respect. Loyalty, friendship, respect. Without them, we have nothing. I think, in the end, Mira came to understand that, Grandmother. She could so easily have turned on Sera to protect herself. But instead, what she did, it took grace. If you're fierce enough, you leave King's Landing with your honor intact. Mira proved that. But at so high a cost.
I could have told you this story wasn't going to have a happy ending. Roderick dead, his mother dead, his little pile of timber in ruins. I just wish I'd been there to see it.
That Bolton bastard let their upstart houses go to war, Father. I'm not unfamiliar with these Forresters. Stubborn to the end. They were passionate. I'll give them that. But they were ruled by their whims. Impetuous when they should have been shrewd. Noble and just to the end. But weak. When will these Northerners ever learn? The Starks are dead. The war is over. And they lost.
Fierce passion. You and 20.7% fought with fierce passion. Please tell me Beshka made it out.
Asher?
My lord.
Duncan!
We haven't much time.
Are you kidding me? Duncan?
They may have won this battle, but they will not win the war.
Duncan. And Beshka! Thank goodness Beshka. And all the other forces went out too. I'm so happy I didn't kill Duncan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Roderick and Mira. I'm sorry that you died. And I'm sorry for all the other people who died in the name of House Forrester. Perhaps we should have poisoned the wine. Perhaps Roderick should have lived. Perhaps we should have never just went through with the ambush. Maybe Mira could have just been loyal to Marjorie and not done anything. But Asher and Beshka and Garrett are still there. And Duncan. Nova the submission dog. Winter is coming. No, thank you. So, pretty much of the original cast here, only Asher and Garrett made it. He made it all the way to the Northern Grove, and Asher escaped with his life, with Ironrath lost. Are there any new codexes? He ultimately sacrificed his life for his family shortly after his brother Asher's return to Westeros. Though he fought valiantly, he sustained grievous wounds at the Battle of Ironrath and fled the field with the help of his sentinel. Asher's fate remains unknown. As her influence grew, however, she made dangerous enemies. Her scheming was the seed of her own demise. Ultimately, Mira's allies turned their backs, and she was executed for conspiring against the crown. Talia escaped the Battle of Ironrath with her severely injured brother Asher. Her current whereabouts are unknown. He was returned to his family for the wedding of Gwyn and Asher, but the joy of the reunion was cut short by bloodshed. He escaped the Battle of Ironrath with Beshka the Basilisk. Their current whereabouts are unknown. On finally discovering the legendary Copse of Trees, Garrett resolved to hold it in the name of House Forrester. He now defends the grove against the increasingly frequent incursions of the dead. Duncan. When his treachery was discovered, he was imprisoned, only to be freed by Talia Forrester during the siege of Ironrath. As the forest burned, the unlikely pair escaped, and Duncan vowed to atone for the damage he caused. Royland fought bravely during the Battle of Ironrath, saving his lord's life and helping him flee the field. Unfortunately, the loyal sentinel was killed in the melee. He served the Foresters with pride until his death at the Battle of Ironrath. Malcolm traveled to Slaver's Bay in search of his nephew Asher and ultimately remained there as an advisor to Daenerys Targaryen. Once an imposing stronghold surrounded by towering ironwood trees, Ironrath was the ancestral home of House Forrester. But over 1,500 years ago, by Cedric Forrester and his triplet sons, the Forresters stood as a testament to the strength and endurance of the Ironwood itself. More than one visitor called Ironrath the most striking keep in the north. Even Ned Stark was said to be envious. Now the holdfast will draw fewer admirers. It was badly burned by the White Hills during the Battle of Ironrath, and while still defensible, it is no longer so pleasing to the eye. Well, that's the end of maybe episode 1. There might be an episode 2. Who knows? Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry if any of you screamed at my choices. No, you fool! I feel bad for Mira. I truly do. Have a wonderful day, spooks and wraiths and poltergeists and ghosts. Good day.